that? How about that? I guess I'm not the jinx. Although if you guys have followed me, the Rams are 6-0. The LA Rams are 6-0 when I see them on the road. Rams win 42-26. I'm here with my guy, Chris Zeffro.
Go Rams.
What a game. They absolutely dominated. They were in control the entire way. Just a lot of respect to Sean McVay. Look at, I am burned to a crisp here.
Yeah.
Those seats did us no favors with the cover.
No.
It was a scorcher, man. But what a game. You know, I am so glad that I came out here. I was obviously very confident about this game. The recent usage of the 13 personnel grouping, having 4 tight ends that can run it. I mean, you got Colby Parkinson, you got Davis Allen, you got Tyler Higbee, and of course Terrence Ferguson. I didn't really have like that much of a doubt, but at the same time, if I just flew across the country for the second time to watch them lose to the Niners, I would have been pissed. So, so that didn't happen, obviously. I'm going to do a full show back at the hotel, but I was bad at this the last time, and you guys couldn't even hear me with Jesse. So hopefully you guys can hear me this time, and I'm not covering the mic or some shit. But yes, very, very happy about this game. You can just see it right now. The Rams are the only team right now that's using 13 personnel at the level that they're doing, and they don't have an elite tight end. The reason it works is because they have 4 tight ends who are incredibly athletic, can block, and it puts you in so many different situations where you also have a running back and a wide receiver. And, you know, you can essentially, you can go, you know, back and forth and make it interchangeable. So it's just a really hard offense to defend right now. The red zone offense was not great up until week 5. Week 5, it wasn't great. And then now you're starting to see this red zone offense flourish. That's been the biggest issue with Sean McVay going back to Washington, is that, you know, the red zone offense, I'm going down steps right now, so I'm going to try to focus. But the red zone offense, you know, back with Washington, just that was an issue of his. And now you're starting to see, I really feel like Sean McVay learned his lesson when Puka Nacua was out. He took advantage of the fact, okay, you know, Puka Nacua is out, let's make the most of this. Now all of a sudden you're using just everybody. You're using Whittington, you're using Konate Mumfield, you're using Xavier Smith, you're using Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, you're using, you know, Blake Corum, Kyron Williams, you're using all the tight ends. I mean, there's so many different things. So absolutely love that. That said, let's be honest, there are some concerns about this team. Now, not concerns that it's going to cost them. I don't think they're going to, like, not win the Super Bowl because of it, but there are some concerns. I think the tackle spots are a little shaky right now. Don't love the way Rob Havenstein played at all. He had a hard time. He got worked in pass pro. Then, you know, you look over at Alaric Jackson. You have to wonder, you know, is Alaric going to be Alaric Jackson this year? Because he really has struggled. I know they had the bye, and he didn't really get a chance to, if we're being honest here, he didn't get a fair offseason with the blood clots, but he is struggling. So, you know, I'm going to try to keep it real there. Those two are struggling for sure. I don't like the lack of Kyron Williams usage. I don't really agree with the pitch count, but either way, that said, Rams won, right? So they won 42-26. Probably could have scored again. If they were the Detroit Lions and didn't care about class, they could have run a play-action bootleg and thrown another touchdown. We all know they could have. But Sean McVay has more class than Dan Campbell and all those guys, so not really a shock there. But just what a great game. And, you know, on the defensive side, I mean, they gave it 3 touchdowns, Mac Jones. Obviously, the last touchdown, we can just say was kind of garbage time. The reality, it was pretty much a 42-20 game, if we're being honest. But what a game. You know, just to see them, if and I'm not saying that a loss is the best thing ever, I'm not. But that week 5, Thursday Night Football loss was so brutal. However, it could have been exactly what they needed. I feel like they haven't lost since. They've reinvented themselves. They're a fun team to watch. They're 7-2. They're now sitting there with the top 10 pick because the Falcons lost today. It's really good right now. So obviously they got to keep it going. It's easier said than done. But, I feel really good about this team, and I've said it. I mean, I said before the season started, I felt like this team was going to win the Super Bowl. They were the best team in the NFL. I think next week we see – I can't believe that's not going to be on prime time. Next week, we're literally seeing the two best teams in the NFL square off, and it's not in prime time. And on top of it, they're going to be wearing the midnight mode uniforms in broad daylight. It's
laughable.
It's silly, right? But man, it's going to be fun. I can't wait. Seattle, LA, I can't wait. It's going to be really cool. Watching that offense. Obviously they're high octane, high powered. Rams defense, I think, like I said, they took a day off today. That's so disrespectful, but they weren't the Rams defense that we've seen. However, I implore you to understand that the Rams played the 49ers. They didn't play the Saints. They didn't play the Jaguars. They played the 49ers. So their defense was tested a little bit today, to be fair. But no. I really think right now, while no team is perfect, and they definitely have some flaws at tackle, this team winning 42-26. Are you kidding me? On the road? It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I had 31-19, and it was close to that. But you had to feel like at no point. By the way, here's the house that we just came out of. At no point did it feel like they were going to stop the Rams offense. Like, if this ever got to the point where it was like a back and forth, mano-a-mano, like, it never felt like the Rams were just going to not score. It was so fun to watch. Matthew Stafford just solidifying his dominance, solidifying his MVP. I mean, anybody that says Matthew Stafford is in the MVP just doesn't like Matthew Stafford and is just against him. I don't know. 26 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season. The last 6 games, he has 19 touchdowns and no interceptions. He's the best quarterback. He's the best damn player in the NFL right now. And you can see how, again, going back to the whole Dan Campbell, Detroit Lions thing, Stafford's not getting those touchdowns in, late game situations. Look how many times the Rams have kneeled the ball in the red zone, okay? Think about that. If Sean McVay wanted to give Stafford the record, they'd be throwing touchdowns at the end of games like, other teams do, running up the score. So
it's too classy to do that.
So, yeah, right now, you got an MVP in Stafford. You have a run game that just ran really well against the 49ers. Again, I don't agree with how they operate Kyren Williams. I think he's clearly the better back, but, give Blake Corum some credit. I thought he ran well today. You got a wide receiver room that, Puka Nacua didn't even have to go off. He had, I think 4 catches for 47 yards off the top of my head. I don't know. They didn't have a 100-yard receiver today.
Only concern is Conte's entry. Hopefully he's okay.
That's true. Yeah. Devontae did get nicked up a little bit. He was holding his back. I could see it from the seats. So I'm hoping he's okay and everything comes out okay there. He didn't return to the game, but I don't read too much into that because they got a big, big game next week against Seattle. And, this game was pretty much wrapped up when he got banged up. But, yeah, I think that the real cool thing that I like about this team right now is how it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to help your fantasy team. You might have wished that went to Puka, that went to Devontae Adams, that went to Kyrie, whatever. It's going to Colby Parkinson. It's going to Davis Allen. That's what makes this team so good, you know? So right now, Stafford can essentially spread it all over the field. They have a run game that's as good as any. I do have issues with the tackles, but again, a win is a win, and it's a very good win at that. And I'd be an idiot to not talk about special teams.
Hey,
I
didn't miss an extra point.
Yeah, Nevis did not miss an extra point, although his day was a little bit easier at the office today, not having to attempt a field goal and not having to attempt any kicks in a tight game. But you got to give credit where credit's due. He hit 6 extra points. That's a lot. It's not an old school extra point either.
They were down the middle.
Yeah, he ripped them. So, I do think a lot of that is Jake McQuaid, and I think he deserves a lot of credit. He's great. He was great with St. Louis. He was great in LA. He never should have left, just like Bones. But he's back, and I'm excited to win a Super Bowl with Jake because he didn't get a chance to win a Super Bowl with this team. He was gone after 2020. So it was Matthew Orzek who was the long snapper. But yeah, man, just oh, I feel so good right now. Like literally, I feel so good. I mean, having gone to SoFi twice and watched them lose to the Eagles, and then watch them lose in the most heartbreaking way to the Niners this year, with all my guys from the round table, that was brutal. But it was still a fun game. This one was fun. I really never sweated it. So that's not true.
Other than us in the sun.
It was hot as hell, so I did sweat it, but not in the way that you would traditionally sweat something out. So, man, I'm hyped. Get hyped, chat. Get hyped. W's all around for all of you. Can't believe I have over, how many people in here? 600? It's crazy. 600 live people. And we just went live, just on a whim. But yeah, don't worry. This is not JE Live. I mean, this is part of the channel. Rams house. So yeah, this isn't like the JE Live show. I will do that back at the hotel, but I had to go live and talk with you guys because I know how much, for all of you LA fans, and obviously people that don't live in LA as well, the 49ers have been a thorn in the Rams' side for years. It's a long-standing rivalry. I understand how much it means to you, so I had to go live, and I had to say hi. I'm flying back tomorrow morning to New York, but big shout out to Chris.
Thank you for coming out, man. It was
bringing
awesome
me
to
out
have
here.
you. Yeah, no, it was great. I had
Yeah.
a great time. And a win, thank God.
Oh, man. The best
Have a good week.
The best kind of win, man. You didn't really have to worry about this one. I really didn't. You could just tell. They came out with a fire, and it just, yeah.
And good game to the Niner fans. They were really cool and humble, and it was nice to hang with them. They're fun. We had a good time.
I will say that the Niner fans here were really cool. It's actually, I'm gonna give the stadium credit. Like, I understand, like, it was hot, whatever. I used to bash the stadium. I never went to the stadium
That's
before.
what they hate about it.
But I actually thought it was pretty cool. I think Levi's is cool. It's definitely better than MetLife. I'll tell you that right now. Way better than MetLife. Been there enough. I'll go there anytime the Rams are playing, but it's still better than MetLife. So, yeah, that's my quick review of Levi's Stadium. I saw a super chat, so I'll make sure I get to all the super chats. I'm gonna see how I can see them. Let's see here. What up, everybody? Talk Topic City with the 2. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jason, how's it going? It's something special to get a true Rams fan. Yeah, right? Definitely. Sorry, guys. Trying to scroll. I'll walk. I think that's it. I also don't want to get hit by a car again. Okay. There we go. What's up? How's it going? We're live right now.
I'm a little worried about Adams.
You want to say hi?
What's up, guys? I'm O'Cheesy. And this is my guy, Jake. Fuck yeah, buddy.
What's up, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Appreciate you.
Have fun.
So I was looking for the other super chat because the math isn't mathing. Let's see. North SoFi, Cinethan, thank you. Yeah, man. We've been live for 14 minutes. Wow.
That's a walk.
Yeah, it is a walk.
It's a walk.
It is a walk. But it's a victory walk. How about that? And played Patrick Kyron Williams. That was kind of cool.
Does that every year. I love him.
Yeah, cool dude. To start the game, I shout out to Grant Cohn. Met him earlier. Really nice guy.
Very.
Deserves more respect. Way more respect. Let's see, GH looking good. Jake, no more Jake curse. LOL. You're definitely not talking about my appearance because I'm not looking good. Look at this. Look at this.
They want the victory shades.
Yeah, right? That does nothing. Doesn't change the score, lady. All right. Zachary, thank you for the 5. What a dang game. Heck yeah. Rams house. Hell yeah. Back to back. Thank you for the 2. How much does it annoy you that we should be 9-0? It didn't annoy me until you told me that. No, it's frustrating, but you know,
all you can do is win what's in front of
yeah, and it's part of the story, man. It's part of the story. I mean, the year the Rams won the Super Bowl with the greatest show on turf, they were 13-3. You don't think that they were better than everybody they played? Of course they were, but they were 13-3. And New England was undefeated, and then they lost in the Super Bowl. So it's all part of the story. I think the Rams, to be the team that they are right now, they had to lose on Thursday night, as painful as that was. But I feel like I earned this win. Not that I played, but I earned it because I went to both the games.
It definitely kicked their self into another gear.
Yes.
That loss.
It did. It definitely shook up the locker room. They were pissed. Like the Eagles game, I didn't really see like reports that they were like, I don't know. They were really, really pissed about that, which I get.
There you go.
So.
You want a drink?
Yeah, water. Thank you. Scott.
Or water, Jake?
Water's good. Thank you, Chris. Scott, thank you for the 2. Appreciate you. Tommy, thank you for the 10. I'm paraplegic and will never get to do what you're doing. Enjoy every minute, bro. Stop by Auburn, New York sometime and visit. Go tight ends. Tommy, appreciate you. 100%. And, yeah, I don't know where Auburn, New York is, but maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll surprise you. But no, I appreciate that. Go tight ends is right. See, I want to go back to that point.
Yeah, it was really
because
that's
him. Fucking goddamn.
How's it going?
Yeah, this is my son, Logan.
Hey.
Freddie.
What's up? I'm actually live.
No shit, huh?
Yeah.
See, a great game.
Fuck, I listen to your shit all week.
I appreciate that.
Every week I listen to your shit.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Look at that.
I've been talking shit all day, too.
That's great.
They all scattered like cockroaches.
Well,
I was at the NFC Championship game. I have a video of my brother leaving before the game was even over.
Oh, my God. Look at this guy. Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. God damn.
We love it. Winning brings us all together.
Oh,
so
yeah.
does losing in a bad way, but, you know.
I talk shit all the time.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Jake.
Of course. James, thank you for it. Appreciate the 1. This is awesome. Yeah, there were a lot of Rams fans here.
Yeah,
they're cool.
More than there are at SoFi.
No comment. You're gonna get me in trouble. No, there weren't, but there were a good amount, definitely.
Yeah, about 20%, I'd say, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I will say my favorite part about today, besides the win, obviously. John, thank you for the 2. My favorite part about today was definitely the tight ends. Because, like, again, is anyone on the Rams better than George Kittle? No, not even close. Like, they don't have a tight end close to George Kittle. But when you have four guys that can line up in line, can line up in the flex, can line up in the slot, can go out and block, catch passes. Yeah, like, that's the thing, is that it makes it really difficult. And by the way, they ran 13 personnel against the Saints last week. I think it was 64% of the time?
Yeah.
The most by far in the NFL. I'll be curious to see what the numbers were this week.
It's really hard to stop.
It really is.
And you can see it, especially from our vantage point. You can see they don't know where to go, and they look confused trying to stop it.
It makes you look silly.
Yeah.
Like, you zig, they zag type deal. And then you could just be because keep in mind those plays like Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua aren't even out there. And then they put them out there, and guys are gassed from the previous play. Jason, thank you for the 20. Our Los Angeles Rams, McVay, Snead, and the unreal players that just kick major ass. Stafford is priceless. Yeah. I can't wait to because obviously, much respect.
It's Niner shoes.
All right.
Got the
I think
Ram shoes.
we're back somehow. I don't know what happened there.
I like the Niner
Let's
shoes.
see.
I got my Ram shoes. I had to get those team shoes. They're really fun. And they're comfortable.
Oh, we're already back here, Chris. Damn.
Yeah.
Time flies. Not really. It's been 15 minutes, but
It's not too hard.
yeah. All right. Okay, so I was reading something. Oh yeah, so yeah, Drake May. A lot of respect to him. Got the job done. Went to Tampa. Won the game. You know,
Yeah, he's really good.
it was definitely impressive. But if anybody says that it was more impressive than what Stafford's doing this year, when the Patriots haven't really played anybody,
Nice.
and he doesn't have better
We were
numbers
at the
than
Week
Stafford,
5 game,
I don't know what
too,
else to
which
say.
we should've
He's the
won.
MVP right now.
Still upset about that.
Tommy, thank you for the 5.
Hopefully we can take
Auburn
out
is
Seattle.
35 minutes west
I'm
of
convinced they
Syracuse.
haven't
Chase
played anybody yet.
saved his job for a day. That's true. He did. Chase Blackburn is
I
not
just think
getting
if we
fired
get
after that game.
pressure on that quarterback, he will fold
35
like a
minutes
chair.
west of Syracuse, so you're probably
None.
3-something
But there was
hours away
none
from
in
me.
Week 5 either. I don't think we got a
Appreciate you.
single-
The Can, thank you for the 10. Stafford might have 50 touchdown passes this season. So he's got, what, 26 and 2,
Nice. Yeah, my brother.
and it's in
Yeah,
9
great
games.
Stadium.
So he would need
Yeah.
24 to get to 50.
Yeah, this one's easy.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
You drove, so you don't
We
have to
shall
fly.
see. I think a big thing is if he gets to 50, he has to play Week 18. So I don't know if he'll end up playing Week 18, but oh man. Harry, thank you for the 2. Jake, 13 personnel look nice. Hashtag St. Louis Rams. Yeah, no, I enjoyed watching 13 personnel. Again, like these guys are built to play the position in all facets. And so that's the thing. It's not like nothing against the St. Louis Rams, but it's not like Billy Badgema, you know. You're not bringing in just a blocking tight end who might be able to catch a 2-yard out. You know, you're bringing in Colby Parkinson, who might not have crazy numbers, might not be on anyone's fantasy team, but he could still run for 20 or run for 30 after a catch. Davis Allen, you know, these guys that other people don't know about, but they can still make plays. So that's, I think, the biggest thing there. Jason, thank you for the 10. 2 first-round picks plus a third with Jared Goff or Matthew Stafford. Demoff is a wizard. Yes, definitely worth every penny. I don't care what any Lions fan says. The Rams won the trade. Lions need to win a playoff game first in their home. Need to get to the NFC Championship and actually go to a Super Bowl before we even start having that conversation. Derek, thank you for the 5. Great game. Rams using 13 personnel these past few games has made a big difference on our offensive. Let's go, Rams. It's so true. It's so true. You know, you might not run in Madden, but you know what? It's fun to watch.
It also gives great protection to Stafford.
It does.
There were some issues on the outside of the line, and they cleaned it up with that 13 personnel.
That's what I was saying. Like,
Yeah.
I do feel like there is a so what I would say, because obviously everybody got on Cardi in the special teams, even though the Rams won, you know, the game against the Saints convincingly. But I mean, if I'm trying to be real here, even after a 16-point win over your rival on the road, I mean, Rob Havenstein over Warren McClendon Jr., was that the move? I don't know. I don't know if that was the move. Was that like a seniority move? Probably. But I don't know, man. I think Warren McClendon Jr. was better, which is surprising because I didn't expect him to play as well as he did, even though that was like my guy coming out of Georgia in the draft. But yeah, I think that's something that we'll have to take a look at, and I'm going to need to watch the tape. But from what I saw is that Havenstein was getting worked by Bryce Huff and some of the other pass rushers that they were kind of, you know, putting in there. But let's see. Yeah, I'm loving the comments. You guys are showing up. Damn. So, yeah. Belt to ass is right.
We got to go by the garage and get your jacket.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't have remembered that.
I remembered, yeah.
I would have literally not. I would have left my jacket. I just
That's
got
a nice jacket, too.
I know. I just got it. Super nice. But yeah, so Seahawks. Then you got Tampa, both at SoFi, and then you go to Carolina. I'm no longer worried about that Carolina game because they lost to the Saints today. They do.
Lost to the Saints?
They lost to the Saints.
Where was it?
I think. Oh, you know what? Now that you say it, it sounds like it might have been on the road.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So Carolina being a kind of a freaky stinker of a game, still up in the air there. But, I mean, like I said, this team is still the best in the league. And, you know, the second best team is playing them next week in their house. So wearing those all-black uniforms, they better win. But I think they're going to. I'm excited. We'll have plenty of content throughout the week. So I'll have Brandon on, obviously. I'm doing a collab with my guy, Dan Viens. So it feels good. It's kind of cold, but yeah, I'm excited. It'll be cool. We'll have plenty of that. And what else do I got? Nothing, but I do want to go live, like, on my laptop and actually, like, sit down and be able to kind of go over the box score. Nothing's in front of me right now. I don't have notes or anything. I'm just kind of talking off the top of my head. So I make mental notes. You guys know this. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave. Oh, actually, Matthew, thank you for the 10. I was checking out Jesse's live. Didn't know you was on. You were on. You was on. Totally off. But yeah. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to sign off here. And we'll go live soon. So, yeah. Appreciate y'all. And again, we'll go live soon. Thanks, guys. Go Rams.